Hey guys, so this is part 2 of my 1020 system assignment. So for this section, I'm going to actually be measuring out with this tape measure the electrode locations. So first up, we have the tragus to tragus measurement. So we take this part of the ear and we measure from this side, right over the head, to this side. Okay. And I am getting 36 centimeters. So 10% of that 36 centimeters is where we're going to go next, up from the tragus, on both sides. So on this side, 3.6, that'll be right above the ear. On the right side, try not to move my tape too much. The right side, that'll be 3.6 again. And that'll be again right above the ear. I'm putting red pins in for the tragus to tragus. Next up, we have the next location, which is 20% of the 36 centimeters up from the 10% spot. So that is from here, 10.8. Move my tape, so I just want to make sure that it's not too out of place. Okay. 1.8. And 20% up from the side. That's 25.2. 5.2. And then we need to get our CZ measurement. And you could do 36 divided by 2, and that is 18. So, there. And it all is looking pretty good. So this is the tragus to tragus measurement. Our next measurement is going to be from nasion, which is this little gap in between the nose and the forehead here. So you're going to start there. You're going to go all the way back to the inion, which is the little bump on the back of your head. And what I'm getting is 32 centimeters here. And we are going to start this measurement by putting a mark at 10% of the 32. 32. So that's at 3.2. Put one right in the middle. That'll technically be our FPZ. Alright, next up, I'll take care of this other 10% by the inion. Up from the inion, I should say. So, we're at 32. So, 10% up from that is 28.8. So that will be our OZ. And then we'll go back here. You can kind of see that. Next up, we're going to go up 20%. So 20% of 32 is 6.4. So 6.4, that would be 9.6 we're going to mark. Here. That'll be our FC. Go back here one more time. And then we're looking for 20% up from the OZ, and that is 22.4. That'll be our PZ. And that is what we look like right now. Our next measurement is going to be the circumference of the head. So if you can see, my tape measure goes all the way around. And what I'm getting for that is 54 centimeters total. So what we're going to do first is find our FP1 and FP2. In order to get those, you have to go 5% to the right and to the left of the FPZ here. So 5% of 54 is 2.7. And we're just going to go in the right, 2.7. And then to the left of FPZ, 2.7. That should be good. I'll give you a quick look. So FP1, FP2, FPZ. Now, being that this is a little trickier with the tape measure, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to go by 10% increments, which is 5.4 centimeters. And we're just going to go around the head, marking every 5.4 centimeters. So I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. Just marking that, and then finding 5.4, and marking that. Okay. Now I'll just double check this measurement between these two. Make sure it's about 5.4 also, which we're looking good. So I'm going to do the same thing back here. Measure it out to the knees. Find the 5.4 again. Because again, we're going in 10% increments. $5.4. Okay. And now we need to look for O1, which is again 5% away from the OZ. So 2.7 centimeters we're finding again. And vicinity, that would be O1. That's T5. We're going back to the front here on the right side. So we're going to go back to our 5.4 centimeters. Double check F8 to T4 just to make sure we have around the same measurement here. Looking good. Now we're going to measure 5.4 again. And again, we need to find O2 this time, so we're going back to the 5% measurement, which is the 2.7 centimeters. And that'll be our O2, 6, so you guys have a reference. And we still have a few more points to locate. So what we're going to do for that, if you could see the space in here, we need to find that electrode location. And that is F3. So in order to find that, I'm going to take my tape measure and measure from FZ to F7. And that is 10 centimeters between those two. So half of that is 5. So we're going to mark the 5 centimeters. And that's our F3. We're going to do the same on the other side in this area. Measure it out. 10 again. So half of 10 is 5. I'm going to pin that for our F4 electrode. Right. So we have these big spaces back here. We're going to do the same thing, but this time with PZ and P5. 10 centimeters. So half of that is 5. And we'll do the same on the right side. So PZ to T6. Again, 10 centimeters. We're going to mark the 5 centimeter mark. Paper a little bit. Okay. That is our P4, P3.